What is up? What is up, DTube Hexicans? So today, kind of like a funny thing happened. So I got a tweet removed, and I'm not gonna say what the tweet said, but I'm gonna say a few things from the tweet, which I think is pretty interesting. I actually had Hex in the tweet, and I was forced to remove it. And it's funny, right? Because I kind of realize on Twitter, YouTube, all these platforms, Instagram, all of these are gonna like collapse. It's pretty obvious. But some things that was in this tweet was Hex is growing, and it was also, we're running crypto now, learn from us. That was a tweet, and it was also in the tweet, it was about that Cointelegraph, that we've been telling Cointelegraph truth all this year, and they have been gatekeeping us. They've been ignoring truth, they've been ignoring reality, they've been writing lies. There's still lies up on Cointelegraph in articles from Cointelegraph reporters, still to this day, and I've been talking about this. They're writing that there are promises in Hex. There are no promises. Nobody has ever promised you anything. But this is still something that's up on Cointelegraph. And this was a tweet that, according to Twitter, is not allowed. You're not allowed to say the truth. I think it's a little funny, right? Because I realized, all these platforms, they're so corrupt, you can't even talk. If you speak truth, you can't do it, you have to walk on eggshells. So yeah, a tweet with Hex is growing, and we're running crypto now, which is the truth about things. If you're using, if you're looking at things, Hexicans are the most truthful group in all of crypto. And it's so funny, man. It is so funny because they kind of get exposed when you can't even write reality of things. And this is what I'm saying with Cointelegraph also. Cointelegraph, I don't think they're going to be relevant next year because they're writing lies every day. It's their whole business model to write a bunch of lies and to work with corrupt companies like Binance and Huobi, even after we know logically that they have been doing mafia extortion on crypto companies. But you guys don't want to use accountability. You guys don't want to use accountability, so you corrupt. Okay? And I don't see how this is going to work in the long term. Hexicans are the most honest people in all of crypto. Everyone has to learn from Hexicans now. And Hex is growing. And it's just unreal, the gatekeeping. Because, we're kind of exposing you guys. All of you guys, So it's I know that most people don't realize this in crypto, but most stuff is probably going to go to zero. XRP, EOS, all of these coins. Maybe even the internet gets closed down. Why am I saying that? Well, if you look at the corruption in, for example, America, I don't see this holding up that much longer. It is pretty crazy. It's pretty chaotic, and this is probably just the warm-up phase of what's to come. There's so much corruption. That's the key thing. There's so much corruption, and you can't build anything on corruption. Why do you think we're doing DTC and DTube? Because everything else is corrupt. Why are we doing vlogs? Because everything else is corrupt. I see people on DPoS, they're writing a bunch of stuff, but they're still using DPoS technology, even though if they get exposed to Hive is probably super corrupt, or yes, they actually been exposed. Hivers have been exposed to that, how corrupt Hive is, how centralized it is, how it's run by Binance, and they're ignoring it, okay? They're ignoring it on purpose. So they're corrupt, okay? It's logic, it's fact. Yeah, you can't build anything on this. So probably the way I see the group in crypto, the Bitcoiners and the crypto community, they're all gatekeeping Hex because they're very scared of Hex. They're very scared of truth. Why are they scared of truth? We have to dig deeper. They're scared of truth because we have no promises, no expectations, nothing, no entrepreneurial effort. This is a smart contract. It's complete. Everything has been honest. But all the crypto guys, especially the YouTube crypto guys, they're doing their best to ignore this hexagon project. Why? That is so dishonest. Because they're talking about all these other hexagons, fake DeFi projects. So right now, there's a bunch of hexagon projects that are pumping. I think around 20 or 30 different projects. And they're worse projects, for sure. It's nice that they have a hexagon logo, used as the hex symbol. But they're horrible projects most of the times. It's just like fancy words. It's just like 2017 ICO boom, the white papers. Now the new one is like, oh, we're going to connect all these chains together and it's going to work amazing. And everyone is falling for it again. They're falling for it again. They haven't learned anything from 2017. They haven't learned anything from the ICO boom. That they're just selling you a bunch of lies. They're selling you a bunch of lies, man. And HEX is not selling you any lies. There are no promises. It's a complete project. And people are falling into the same trap again. They're looking at HEX as the enemy. And that's weird, dude. That is so weird. Because I'm just using logic. I studied everything about HEX. I studied it for 12 months before I bought some HEX. I studied it for 12 months. Everything. Everything. And the biggest FUD complaint that people have had is someone is making money. Someone is making money. Someone is using capitalism. Someone is using capitalism and they made a smart contract that people like on a decentralized and using decentralized Uniswap to do trade. And a lot of people like this. Majority of people like it. There are a few loud, vocal people that are screaming, someone is making money. Yes, hexagons are making money. They're printing daily, okay? And if you're waiting, you're not getting any shares. You know, because the share price is going up. The share rate is changing. When this smart contract launched on December 2019, you got 100 million shares per staked HEX. And you got 3x more if you staked for at least 10 years. Now how many do you get? Now you only get 94 million. Still pretty good, but you're missing 6% if you got in December. 6%. That will compound pretty intense. We're not talking fiat gains here. We're talking shares. Shares are what you're supposed to be talking about with HEX. If you're talking about price with HEX, you're probably not that intelligent. Because the main fundamental in HEX is the shares. That they're becoming more scarce than the HEX. Because the share price is always changing. The share price is always changing. Okay, it's always changing. It's always going up. It's exponential. It's logic. It's logic. Okay, it's complete. It's complete. Why don't people understand this? Price is so 2017. People do not realize. You don't see the chaos. Like a lot of chaotic things that happens in the world. And you think you're gonna build like some fantasy DeFi, all this other stuff that is not HEX. You think you're gonna build a massive community and like scale it to people, to many people in a when you have all this chaos going down in the world. You think and the corruption from Binance and Huobi and all of these other corrupt entities in crypto. You think, and they are getting involved with like this fake DeFi pump now. Pumping all these coins. Now, as I said, I like it that they're pumping hexagons because they're popularizing the hexagon logo. Hexagons are cool. I like that the HEX logo has a hexagon. And it's perfect also because HEX, hexagon, HEX, hexagon. So all these crypto YouTubers that want to gatekeep HEX, they're still using a hexagon in their logo or in their thumbnail on the YouTube video. And they don't even get it. They're so delusional. And I see these crypto YouTubers that are doing these videos like 15 minutes, just reading Twitter posts or reading Cointelegraph horrible articles. They're probably super dishonest. This is just facts, logic. I want Cointelegraph to be amazing, but they're a super corrupt entity. And they're not improving things in the world. They're making stuff worse. They're not informing people. Same as CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, they're making the world worse when they're gatekeeping HEX. They're gatekeeping a good project while you're having these corrupt projects up on the front page. XRP. What has XRP done? XRP and Ripple, they have lies on their website. They're saying they have these 300 financial institutions they're working with. But where's the revenue? There is no revenue anywhere. Because if there were revenue, if people were using this X rapid action, why is the token not pumping? If you already have 300 financial institutions involved, why is the token not pumping? It's not pumping. It's not moving. The only little pump we got here was like 20 cents to 30 cents. And now it's already down to 27 cents. Go look at the chart of XRP. It looks dog shit. If you go and look early 2019 to now, dog shit. It was at 25 billion market cap then. Now it's barely 10 billion market cap, a little bit higher. It's dog shit performance. And it doesn't seem like anything is improving. Even... So I actually had some XRP 2018 because it looked like maybe these guys know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. I realized that when I realized that this is just a bunch of amateurs and they don't know anything. It's like XRP is probably going to go to zero. It's probably going to collapse to zero. Because people are corrupt and people believe that if the token price pumps super hard, it's going to make people less corrupt. No, it's just going to make people more corrupt. So even if you got a price pump, even if you got like a 30x pump, that's going to make people even more ignorant, even more stupid. Because they think they know stuff. So most probably, most of the crypto space is going to collapse to zero. And I really mean most tokens. Because we already see how stuff is crashing and burning. Bitcoin Cash got passed by Hexagon. And XRP is going to be passed by Hexagons. And it's Cardano and Chainlink that's kind of coming up there. I think it's pretty shady with these Cardano and Chainlink, but I like that these old, at least these old cryptos are being pushed down. Litecoin top 9 coin. It used to be like top 6 coin or something. And this is just in a few months. It's been like crashing. EOS crashing from like top 8 to like, or top 9 to like top 13 coin. These are going away from top 30 coins. And I see all this stuff happening in the world, all the chaos, and you think XRP is going to build some massive global system and everyone's just going to be happy and everything's just going to be perfect and we're just going to stop corruption. No. Corruption is like a business. And if someone is into corruption, they're going to keep being corrupt. Actually, they're going to increase the corruption because it's working for them and they're not being called out on it. Very few guys have called out real corruption in crypto. Even Hive boys, they're like, yes, Binance attacked Steam, but Hive is equally horrible. Like, you can't use any of this DPoS nonsense. It's both corrupt. Try something honest. Okay, DTC Avalon blockchain launching soon. HEX also honest, and it has faces, has vloggers. They're trying to move towards truth. Telegram group, 1,000 people active. HEX, search for HEX Crypto. I think it's hext.me/HEX Crypto. Amazing people, amazing crypto community. You don't have any of this with anything else. Everything else is like dog shit. And I don't see how any of that, most stuff in crypto that's not HEX or that's not DTC, that's not based on something real, truthful, and honest, how is that going to survive? How is that price going to survive? It's probably going to go to zero because I don't see what the value is. Like, if you can't be truthful, if you can't back something with truth or computer code, So HEX code has been audited. If you can't do this, I mean, seriously, like, how is that price ever gonna, like, all these other jokes that are not DTC and HEX, how is the price gonna stay up? Because everything people are talking about, the Bitcoiners are only talking about dumping and selling instantly when they get a little bit of profit. XRP people are talking about dumping and selling. Everyone has selling plans. Nobody is in it for the crypto movement of being truthful and honest and actually trying to figure out what is going on in the world. And it's like, so, and all these like centralized thought police platforms like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, it's probably gonna crash and burn too. Because you can't even talk. You have to talk on eggshells. You can't even like make jokes or anything. But it's kind of nice because they kind of get exposed. When a tweet about HEX is growing, when that gets censored and removed, that exposes them. That like speeds up this kind of storyline we're in. Because you gotta understand, when HEX wins, truth wins. Basically, truth wins. If HEX wins, truth wins. Because HEX is a truthful project. Nobody has promised you anything. Okay? Nobody knows what the fiat value is going to be. It can go to zero. But the key thing here is we're using logic with this smart contract. And it has been audited. The code has been looked at. Coin Fabric and a bunch of other people. Even a financial audit. And I've been looking at all the information from all the FUD guys. It's always the same story. Is someone getting rich here? Is someone using capitalism? Is someone getting rich? I don't like that someone's getting richer than me. That is the main thing people are talking about. They don't have any real FUD, okay? They just don't like that the smart contract is getting a bunch of coins. I like that the smart contract is getting a bunch of coins because it invented itself, okay? It can decide the rules it want to play by. Just as XRP can decide the rules. EOS guys can decide the rules. The Bitcoin miners can decide the rules in their network. If you don't like this, you don't have to use it. But stop spreading lies. I see all these Bitcoin guys talking about promises in HEX. There are no promises. Nobody's ever said any promises. If we're looking at old data, what HEX has done, that's not a future promise that it will keep doing those things. It's not a promise like people are not intelligent enough. You have to be intelligent. You have to be intelligent and smart if you're in crypto. You have to realize that probably most stuff is going to go to zero because if people are corrupt, first you have corrupt entities and then you have corrupt people also. And both these are kind of screwing each other over. And if nobody's calling out to anything, they're just going to keep screw each other over and keep telling each other lies. And when they're into that thing, being super corrupt all the time, they're just going to keep snowball that until something is going to collapse. And I think that November is going to be quite an interesting month this year. It's going to be quite an interesting month, not just because the HEX big payday is on November the 19th, but there's a bunch of other events in November 2020 that makes that month super, super cool and interesting to follow stuff with, see how people behave. I've been a big fan of like study humans and see kind of what kind of behavior they're doing and what kind of things they're into. I like humans. I think we should I think human behavior is super interesting. Like if I tell someone the truth and they don't respond to that information, well, they kind of been exposed that they're kind of corrupt. And it's like weird, right? Because everyone's kind of exposed now. So that is basically what I wanted to talk about in this little video. So just be aware of that if you talk about on Twitter about HEX, they don't like it. Like, and who are they? Who knows, right? They can't be on video clearly, but clearly there's someone that is disliking HEX because HEX is being gatekept. And it looks like a lot of fear. It looks like someone is super, super scared that HEX is going to become amazing. HEX is already amazing, and the HEX community is already amazing. There's nothing that can take away the awesomeness of HEX. It's been the best event in 2020. The HEX memes, by the way, is the best memes in all of crypto. Bitcoiners don't have any memes. XRP guys don't have any memes. They have been defeated, okay? This is the top dog of crypto now. And yeah, it's just gonna get more intense from here. People are gonna get triggered, but nobody can argue. You don't have to argue with humans, okay? We have truth, okay? Just look at truth, man. Use truth. I'm using truth. There's nobody that can argue with truth because we can study the logic. We can study the logic. And most of the times, people are not logical. They're not logical enough. They're lying. Most people are lying and dishonest. And that is annoying. Because it's like, I would like to use more fiat, but I know how corrupt it is. I know that, I mean, it's like, they're so corrupt, I don't want to use a corrupt entity. Like, why should I use a corrupt entity? I don't want to stand for that. It's the same as like, the reason why I'm so big into DTube is because I was doing a lot of YouTube stuff 2014 and 2013, and I didn't like seeing the corruption on YouTube, how the integrity was kind of starting to fail. And I saw that, wow, we need an alternative here, and we need to use it with proof of brain. So I was very happy when I found Steam, but Steam proved to have too many corrupt people in it. So now I'm not using Steam. I hope that DTC and Avalon blockchain actually can do real crypto again, real peer-to-peer cash, real proof of brain with video vloggers. I really hope it's going to succeed, and I think it will, because everything I'm seeing about this project has been amazing. It's been honest, it's been fair. The airdrop to Steamians is going to be the most fair ever created in all of crypto. I love that, and I think people feel good about that. It feels nice, you know. So let's see when it comes. I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be interesting, man. So yeah, very funny event. HEX being gate kept on the Twitter. Yeah, that's pretty funny, right? Yeah, I mean, that's some funny shit, man. That's funny. Have an awesome day, DTube, and yeah, have an awesome day, DTube and HEX.